What do you think of when I mention the name Liberty Falls? Some of you may think of a simple but enjoyable zombies experience that you play from time to time. Others may think of a forgettable filler map, but what if I said that almost all of you are lying? According to Treyarch, Liberty Falls has been by far our most played zombies map in recent years, even saying Liberty Falls has twice the playtime as the other launch map, Terminus. At this point, there's no doubt that Liberty Falls has been a major success. In fact, it's already shown its heavy influence. The latest zombies map, The Tomb, was introduced to the community with this quote: "We've crafted The Tomb to provide an experience similar to Liberty Falls, by far our most played zombies map in recent years, featuring tighter play spaces with a focus on replayability. Just like in Liberty Falls, we're delivering plenty of side Easter eggs and even a reimagined wonder weapon inspired by our past." Let me remind you, Liberty Falls came out 4 months ago, and Treyarch is already doing everything in their power to create something similar. So, let's explore how Liberty Falls became one of the biggest community-wide lies in zombies history. I started this video off by calling many of you liars, but if I'm being honest, I am too. I've seen countless people in this community hate on Liberty Falls, call it mid, or most commonly just dismiss it as a decent map, which is about what I would say myself. So if we all praise Terminus and Citadel de Mor for being very good zombie maps, why is everyone secretly playing Liberty Falls? Well, this goes back a little further than you may think. The story of Liberty Falls truly begins on August 28th, 2024, with the annual Call of Duty event, COD Next. At this event, Black Ops 6 gameplay was showcased for the very first time. Zombies itself was exclusively seen through the eyes of a few creators. They played and streamed the brand new map Liberty Falls for everyone in the community to see, but unfortunately, not everyone liked what was on their screen. Countless YouTube videos covered the topic, providing zombie fans with their first viral moment in years. Mr. Raffle Waffle's video titled Liberty Balls went #1 on the YouTube trending page, bringing in lots of outside attention. Following this now infamous reveal of Liberty Falls, the hype for Black Ops 6 Zombies had reached an all-time low, with thousands of people canceling their pre-orders. But surprisingly, Activision actually had a response. In a blog post released on October 17th, Treyarch announced that they had heard the community feedback and made changes to the map, giving Liberty Falls a moodier and gorier visual tone, which brought back some hope for the upcoming map, but not enough to sway casual fans. So, at this point, we were 1 week away from the release of Black Ops 6, and the entire community who is still interested in zombies was focused on Terminus. We had way more information and news regarding Liberty Falls, which included the COD Next live streams, multiple trailers, and more community updates. For Terminus, we only had a couple of trailers and 17 minutes of unedited gameplay. It was clear Treyarch was putting more eggs into the basket of Terminus, and that's the map they truly wanted people to get excited about. Terminus was mysterious and intriguing, while Liberty Falls was painted as boring and simple. Almost everyone looked past the map in West Virginia and directly onto Terminus, and this feeling continued significantly past launch day. On October 25th, 2024, Black Ops 6 was released, and as you expected, Terminus got all of the attention. Treyarch marketed the map as extremely content heavy with tons of side Easter eggs and the biggest map of all time if you include the water. Still, no one really batted an eye to Liberty Falls. The Easter egg was short and completed within a couple of hours. The map was small and the boss fight was a simple holdout. On the other hand, the Terminus Easter egg took several hours longer to be discovered. It was massive and technically had 2 boss fights. After Black Ops 6 had been out for a few weeks and the honeymoon phase began to dry up, the general consensus of BO6 was that Terminus was a good map, while Liberty Falls was somewhere between mid and decent. And while that's what people were saying on YouTube, Twitter, and Reddit, is that what they actually felt? As you've now learned from this video, people were always negative towards Liberty Falls. From the announcement to COD Next to the actual release release of the game, it had always lived in the shadow of Terminus. Now that BO6 had been out for a while and people were able to form their own opinions, many continued with the trend, praising Terminus and ignoring Liberty Falls, but they weren't actually practicing this.
I wanted to ask, what has it been looking like having this incredible response to the launch of Zombies so far? I think especially with both of the maps, but I've seen a lot of love for Liberty Falls, which has been awesome.
Yeah, it's been amazing to see. We're actually, like, data-wise, it's like the hours spent in Zombies is actually like 2-to-1 Liberty Falls and Terminus.
Wow.
So, you know, people enjoy the small day map where they can just kind of hang out and kite zombies for a while.
So, players were playing Liberty Falls significantly more than Terminus, which shouldn't really make sense, right? I mean, Terminus has the big Easter egg, the big map, more content, but you see, none of that really matters. It might matter to you, but it doesn't to the average fan. The average COD Zombies fan hops on to relieve some stress, mindlessly killing zombies after work. The average COD Zombies fan plays with friends for an hour or two after school. The average COD Zombies fan plays multiplayer or Warzone and occasionally boots up zombies. The average COD Zombies fan is not the vast majority of you watching this video. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being this kind of player, but the truth is they simply don't care about Easter eggs or complex maps. They just want to have a good time. And it just so happens that Liberty Falls is amazing for a simple zombies experience. So, even though the vocal portion of the zombies community doesn't think highly of Liberty Falls, the average player is likely a fan. And in my personal opinion, many of the people who hate on the map are fans as well. They just don't realize it. For example, some of you may disagree with what I'm saying by claiming the real reason why Liberty Falls is played more than Terminus is because of camo grinders. I'd heavily disagree with that statement for a few reasons. First of all, to those of you that say this, why are you camo grinding on Liberty Falls over Terminus? I've heard some fans say that Liberty Falls is the better camo grinding map, which doesn't really make any sense to me, as these two maps are so similar in enemy types. If you are playing directed mode to grind camos, which most of you probably are, and you stay on round 11 or 15 to slay zombies, you are going to be facing manglers on both of these maps. And most camo grinders train on top of the roof of Liberty Falls, which is a very good location for survival. But Terminus has a training spot arguably just as good on the shipping boat. Because of these reasons, I don't think this argument is valid. Both of these maps are equally good for camo grinding, or at the very most, Liberty Falls has a slight edge for the training area. And if you are questioning why I'm talking about camo grinding when it's February and most people trying to get Nebula are done, it's because we got these numbers on December 2nd, and at that time, many more people were still camo grinding on BO6. Now that these playtime numbers have been out for 2 months, some of you might be thinking that there is no way Liberty Falls is still being played more than the other Black Ops 6 maps, such as Citadel de Mor and now The Tomb, which could very well be the case. However, I personally don't think it is. As I mentioned earlier, Treyarch marketed The Tomb as another Liberty Falls type experience, as Treyarch is desperately trying to bring players back to zombies with another simple, laid-back map. On top of this, the earliest maps within games have almost always been the most popular, even though maps like Transit and Kino der Toten are not highly rated among the community. They are some of the most played and widely known maps in the franchise. People like to stick to what's familiar, especially in a mode like Call of Duty Zombies, which can be extremely overwhelming to outsiders. Now that we have established that camo grinding is not the reason why Liberty Falls is so popular among the community, we have to ask, why are people enjoying this map so much? But before we get into that, please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support means a lot, and it's the reason why I'm able to make these videos, so thank you. As I mentioned earlier, YouTubers and those of you that engage in zombies on social media are a very, very small portion of the community. Most people who play zombies don't care about the more hardcore parts of the mode that us diehard fans care deeply about. For example, over a month ago, Treyarch revealed that only 8% of zombie players have completed an Easter egg on Black Ops 6, and that's just a a single Easter egg on the game, which also includes the use of directed mode. The truth is, Easter eggs, high rounding, and other competitive aspects of the zombies community are a small minority of the fandom, where people who play simple maps like Liberty Falls from time to time are the real majority. At this point, we know the average COD Zombies fan prefers the simple, smaller maps, but in my opinion, many of the biggest fans enjoy these maps a lot. They just don't want to admit it. For years, influential people in the community have always praised the most complex maps and ignored the simple ones. Look at any COD Zombies tier list. Zombies YouTubers almost always place the content-heavy, Easter egg-filled maps at the top, while the simple, casual maps get pushed to the side. In many cases, I agree, having bigger maps with more content can help the replayability, but sometimes a well-executed small map with a good atmosphere and layout can be much more fun. I'm not saying these YouTubers are all wrong in their tier lists. By no means am I saying Verrucht or Liberty Falls are the best zombie maps of all time. I'm saying that after years of watching the community constantly disregard these maps and praise the complex ones, everyone starts to have the same opinion. These smaller maps have a lot of simple fun to offer, especially if you're willing to go into them with an open mind. When the Tomb came out, people were instantly dismissing it for being small and having a wonder weapon we have seen before. People didn't even try to give the map an honest chance, which I feel is unfair, especially if you see yourself as a big fan of zombies. The message I want to send is that just because a map is small and has an easy Easter egg does not mean the map sucks. It just has a different goal. It's not trying to be the next Origins or Dreisendrach, and for some reason, this community expects every map to be some massive innovation. Zombies needs variety, because there's a variety of people in this community. Imagine yourself in the shoes of Treyarch. Everyone complains about a map like Liberty Falls and praises Terminus, but Liberty Falls gets much more playtime. What do you do then? You are left with no choice but to please both parties. In this case, make a Citadel de More and then make the Tomb. At this point, I'm tired of people dismissing maps because they have a different purpose. The community ignored Liberty Falls months before Black Ops 6 even came out, and while I don't think it's amazing by any means, it's a fun map and great for casual gameplay. I'm tired of fans claiming Liberty Falls is so popular because of camo grinders, when in reality people just enjoy the map. Some members of the community can't understand that the vast majority just want to play zombies to hang out and kill zombies. Nothing more. If you despise Liberty Falls, I have no issue with that, but I do have an issue with people who constantly claim the map sucks and have still played it more than any other Black Ops 6 map. As I have said from the beginning of this video, some of you are liars, saying you don't enjoy the map, but you are part of the many who play Liberty Falls more than Terminus. My advice to those of you that are watching this video is to drop your expectations and try. When the Tomb released, people instantly dismissed it, just like they did with Liberty Falls. When the next BO6 map comes out, my challenge to you is to actually play the map a few times, complete the Easter egg, and think about it. Do all of this before you go on Reddit or Twitter to see what others are saying. If you hate the map, cool. If you love the map, cool. But I encourage you to give it an unbiased chance and form your own opinion. Overall, countless Zombies fans lied about their feelings towards Liberty Falls, and at the beginning, I was in the same boat. And now, we are seeing very similar things happen again with the Tomb, which is why my last video is so important. You are wrong about the Tomb. Once again, thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.